Go. Yo, what's good, my brother? Welcome back, and thank
Going
you for
on, man? What's
asking
going
for
on?
just for this question you was very interested in, right? What do you think about the system?
The system. This is one of my favorite topics, right? Because I hear a lot of people talking about this system. But before I go into that, system joint, I want to shout out the page real quick here and shout out the fathers stand up.
Yes,
But let me
sir.
explain what I think about the system, right? I think before people want to change the system or create a system, they need to comprehend the system. Because we have two systems right now, and everyone's talking about the system as broken system is that. But what system are you talking about? What system are you talking about? There's literally two systems that are set in place, right? Let me make it really transparent to you, right? There's God's law and there's the devil's playground. You got to choose which you want to be inside of, right? Because we have God's law. That's something we can follow every single day, but we
Amen.
don't. But instead, we choose to follow the devil's system. And let me explain the devil's system, right? Because a lot of you guys heard about the Willie Lynch letters, right?
Break it
And
down.
let's break that down just a little bit. I'm gonna collaborate that with the father stand-up movement I'm doing right now, right? So the Willie Lynch letters taught people about separating the families. Take the children out, take the men out, separate the family, and let's see what happens, right? Let's think about today's current state of what happening in these child support system and these
Talk
court
it.
systems, right?
Talk it.
They taking the children out of the homes. And people think that the only one that's being hurt are these children. But that's not true, because Willie Lynch and this practice was made a lot more than just to hurt children, right? Because when these children
Yes, sir.
are taken outside of these homes, what do the men do? A lot of the men commit suicide.
Yeah,
A lot of the
talk
men
it.
start drinking.
Bring
A
it
lot of
in.
the men get locked up all the time. Now they're not
Yes.
taking care of the home.
Yes,
So
sir.
now you got a broken child
Yes,
and you got a
sir.
broken father.
Yes,
But now
sir.
it's not over, because we still have a mother that's broken. Because the mother now learns that she don't got to depend on no man. She can depend on the government. And now we have three broken parties perpetuating in a cycle. And that's the system that they created. But the system continue running perpetually because the courts violate our laws every single day.
Let it go.
From the Department of Justice,
Let it out.
Kristen Clark wrote the April 20th, 2023 Dear Colleague letter addressing all the courts, letting them know that they're violating people's due process rights. Yesterday, keep on doing it. We have court cases like Hamburg v. Hamburg, where they say child support is unconstitutional because it violates the separation of power. Because CPS is acting as the judicial, executive, and legislative powers of the law, which they cannot do. So we don't need to change the system. We need to stop playing inside of this devil's system and start upholding God's law. Because if we upheld God's law, which is the backbone of the Constitution, we know that we deserve due process rights. We know we got to see a jury in court. We know they got a right to face our accuser. But they take us out of the devil, out of the God's playground, and put us into their legal policies that's created from back in the day to keep the family separated. So I don't think we need to worry about fixing the system. We need to stop playing inside of the devil's playground and oppose God's law. When we do the right thing by God, everything just seems to work out. That's all. One system, baby,
Yo, I
by
ain't gonna
God.
hold you.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it, baby. Uphold God's law. And yo, for a key fact, if you guys don't believe me, right? Go and get a law dictionary.
No.
Look up three words. Look up the definition of the word law. Look up the definition of the word equity. Look up the definition of the word legal. If you find out law upholds equity.
Yes, sir.
Equity is everything fair, righteous, good, even-handedness. What's the only thing that's perfect, that's all good? That sounds like God to me, right? So equity upholds everything good. By definition, if you look up the word legal, it says falls short of being law. And if you read further down, it says in opposition of equity.
Yes,
So
sir.
if equity is everything good, and this is the opposite of equity, then what's legal? Everything bad. Stay out of the devil's playground, and maybe you start seeing a better world. That's it, baby.
I love you, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Got
man.
you, King.
You made my heart warm.
Now, I've been wanting to
See,
say that for a
let me
minute
tell
after
you,
sitting your platform,
I
brother.
know God children easy. Let me tell you how I do this shit so breezy. I just point them out and execute.
Yeah.
I don't even gotta talk no more because I made 15,000 videos straight
There
talking.
you go,
so I
King.
already know the frequency and the code. Let them
You
know
go,
about
King.
the etymology of the word and how niggas get fabricated and manipulated off the words.
Oh, people have to really contemplate this shit, right? Everything you do is spell casting. These words are casting and spelling you every single day. And the easiest one I want you guys to look up is capitis diminutio maxima. That's when you take them from your highest level down to your lowest form and you lose all your rights. So in basic term in law, that's when they take you down from being a sovereign down to being a servant. They like to say that we peons. They like to say that we're paupers. When you go to court, you get out of the pauper paperwork. I'm not a peon. I'm not a pauper. I'm a child of God. But just comprehend this. You got to look at what these words really mean, right? Because everybody walk around talking about, hey, yo, brother, what's your name? I don't have one. Hey, yo, brother, where you live? I don't have a house, I have a dwelling. And your brother, is that your daughter, your kid? By law, by definition, we all know a kid means a baby go, right? So I want to ask you, if you got a kid, you say you got 2 or 3. What we don't get is that we casting spells with these words that we choose. Because you have to look up what these words really mean. Because if you know what a person, by definition, Title 15, U.S. Code 681, subsection 8, by definition, a person is a natural individual, a trust, an entity, a business, a corporation. Do I look like a damn business to you?
Break it down.
We have to learn who we are. In the Bible, for those who read, the Bible says God created men and women. When did it say God created a person or people? We got to stop casting these fictitious spells on top of ourselves. Don't just speak everything that you hear, right? Like when you go to court, what I just like to say, do you understand me? No, I understand you. I don't. The only one I understand is God. I stand underneath God every single day of my life. I don't stand underneath no judge and nobody. But I hear what you're saying. I hear the bullshit. Hey, you violating the Constitution. Now I'm gonna uphold God's law. I'm gonna beat your ass. I make sure you understand. You are a public servant. You understand me. I am the master. You are a trustee. Know your position. I'm the master, and God made me king. That's it. That's it, baby.
Ooh,
Yeah.
This is golden.
You already know.